Hello, friends. Welcome to this full body Yin Yoga class. Now, Yin is one of my favorite styles of yoga. It's as much a mental practice as it is a physical practice. Now, in this class, we'll be holding our poses for 2 minutes each, and I'll be stitching them together with some yang transitions in between so we can get some of our wiggles out. Now, the format of this class is going to be the front half of class will be upper body, the back half of class will be lower body, but the body kind of works together. So if you feel sensations throughout the body during either of the halves, then that's perfectly fine. Now, you don't need any props for this class. I have my trusted bolster here. You can grab your bolster, block, pillow cushion. That might be helpful. I'll cue you when to bring it in so that you can snuggle in and get a little comfy so that you can relax into these poses deeper. When the mind is relaxed and feels safe, your body will open up for you and you can go deeper into the pose. So, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with a little bit of yang and then we'll move into our yin. So find an easy seat. Sit up long in the spine, ground down through the sit bones. A gentle tuck of the chin, energy coming out of the crown. Drape your shoulders down the back, get some space between your shoulders and your ears. 3 big breaths here, big inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. A little longer now. Inhale. Exhale. A little deeper. In. Out. Nice. Let's move a little. Inhale, both arms skyward. Look up, reach up. On your exhale, twist to the right. When you inhale, you re-straighten your spine a little bit, finding length. And on your exhale, you find a little more depth. So it's this little dance between your exhales and your inhales. Inhale, both arms up, look up, and exhale, fold forward through the center. Reaching the skull forward, feeling the muscles in your back elongate. Beautiful. Walk your hands back towards your body and inhale, both arms up, look up. Exhale, twist to the left. Finding that little dance between your exhales, twisting you deeper, and your inhales lengthening your spine. Beautiful. Inhale through center. We'll take that fold one more time. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands back towards your body. Find a tabletop position. So shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Take a moment here. Feel the texture of the mat with your fingertips. Feel the texture of the mat with the top of your feet. Get really present, really grounded. Maybe you sway your hips side to side. Then we'll thread the needle. Inhale the right arm up, look up, reach, reach. Exhale, needle it through your left leg and your left arm. Your right shoulder finds the ground. Your head can come down onto the ground. Our first Yin Pose. So your left hand can reach overhead, or it can wrap behind your back and find your right pocket. You might need to crawl your right hand up or down to find a sensation. But once you've found your pose, find stillness. Just start to relax into it. Soften into your pose. Focus your full attention on your inhales and your exhales. And after a while of doing that and keeping your face nice and soft, you'll start to simply meditate in the pose. A few more big breaths here. Beautiful. Start to crawl your left hand back towards your face. Press into your left hand and inhale your right arm up. Feel that sensation. Reach up and exhale it down to your tabletop. We'll take a few little cat-cows, rinse it out before we go to the other side. So inhale, ribs drip towards the mat, hip bones rise, look up. Exhale, round, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone, press into the hands. With your breath now, inhale, look up for your cow. Exhale, round for your cat. Beautiful. Come to neutral. Get ready for the other side. Inhale, your left hand up in the air. Reach up like the wing of a bird. And exhale, needle it through in between your right hand and your right leg. Your left shoulder will come to the mat. Your head rests down. Make your adjustments. Maybe you crawl your left hand up or down or reach it out. Your right hand can reach over or around your back and into your left pocket. A beautiful stretch for the back and the shoulder. We're here for 2 minutes. Find your stillness and soften in. Release into your pose. big, deep breaths. A few more breaths here. And start to crawl your right hand back under your right shoulder. Press into your right hand. Inhale the left arm up. Feel the sensation coming back. Then come into your tabletop. Start to walk your hands forward and come down onto your chin, your chest, and your knees. Appropriately called chin, chest, knees pose. Take a few breaths here. See if you can walk your knees in a few inches. Beautiful. Then slither into a pose just on your stomach, lying on your stomach. And we'll find a broken wing, one of my personal favorite poses. So your right arm will come out like the letter T, straight out from your body in line with your shoulder. And we'll roll onto our right side. Keep your hips in line with your upper body, so sometimes you need to shimmy them forward. Left hand can prop you up, or if you have the mobility to kind of open through your hips a little more, your left foot comes up behind your right leg like a kickstand. Option to keep the left hand on the mat for stability, or reach the left hand up or back. 2 minutes here. Opening through the front of the shoulder, the chest, the deltoids. And this is also where you can bring your cushion. I almost forgot. And rest your head on the cushion or the block. Don't let this be so intense that it hinders your breathing. If you can't have full nourishing breaths, then back off a little bit. A few breaths left. Beautiful. Slowly plant your left hand back on the mat if you're reaching it off, and come onto your stomach. Bring your right hand in, both hands under the shoulder. And just rest your chin or one of your cheeks on the mat. Take a moment. So well done. Let's move on to the other side. So the left hand comes out, directly out from the shoulder, so wrist in line with the shoulder. And roll onto your left side. Again, your hips want to be in line with your shoulders, so you might need to shimmy them forward. You can use your right leg as a kickstand behind your left leg. Right hand can stay on the mat for stability, or it can reach behind you. And don't forget your bolster or block as a little cushion support for your head. Big breaths here, breathing, nourishing our body. Keeping a calm face. Experiencing ease in each of these postures. They're not too intense. Find ease. A few more breaths here. Slowly come back to center. Remove your block or bolster if you had one, and make a little pillow for your forehead out of both hands. Rest your head down. 2 full breaths here. Beautiful. Find your tabletop towards the back of your mat. And we'll find our melting heart. In a vinyasa class, this would be called puppy pose, but in yin we call it melting heart because it's approached a little differently. So walk your hands forward, your knees are at a 90-degree angle. And start to melt your heart and your chest towards the mat. A beautiful upper back and shoulder stretch. This can be quite an intense yin posture, so really focus on your breath here and cultivate a sense of kindness in this posture, a sense of love for yourself. Option to flip your gaze towards your fingertips, your chin comes towards the mat, but if you're here, make sure your eyebrows are relaxed on your forehead. Start to walk your hands back towards your body. Take a seat on your knees. Option to stay just on your knees, or come into toes pose where you tuck your toes. I like to move my little pinky toe out of the way so that it also gets a stretch. Inhale to cactus arms, letting the elbows go back, the chest goes forward, but keep the ribs, the bottom ribs, knitted in. Breathe in, breathe out. And then exhale, find your left arm coming under your right arm, wrapping once or twice for eagle arms. Lift your elbows up to the height of your chin or your shoulders, and then bring your hands straight into the air, so not towards your face, they're going straight up. Notice how those two little adjustments really target the space between your scapula, your shoulder blades. Not a yin pose, we're just holding this for a few breaths. Nice, easy face. And unwind, relax both hands on your thigh, big breath in, big breath out. We'll do the other side, but we'll start with an inhale to cactus pose. Nice and bold. And exhale, right arm goes under your left arm. Wrap once or twice for your eagle arms. Elbows up to shoulder height. And forearms vertical. Big breaths with ease. Make them fluid, make them circular. Almost there. Wonderful. Unwind. Come into a mini tabletop so that you can pat out the tops of your feet. If you were in toes pose, then walk the hands forward. And we'll move into our lower half of class, meaning targeting the lower half of our body. Step your left foot up to the outside of your left hand. We'll find our dragon pose, or you may know it as lizard. You can stay up on your hands, gaze forward, come onto your forearms, or even find rest on your bolster or your block if you feel that type of freedom in your body today. Targeting the outside of the left hip and leg, also the front of the right hip, so the psoas and the hip flexors. Find your stillness and breathe. Keep the face soft. Keep a kindness in your heart. There's no forcing or pressing. Just breathe. 2 more big breaths. Beautiful. Come up to your hands if you're not already there and shift the hips back in space. Half Hanuman, half splits. Giving the side of your legs a little break and stretching through the back of the left leg. Find a really long spine and fold over, letting your back round once you find your depth. We're not holding this for 2 minutes. We're just giving a little visit. Sway your hips back and forth. Get into the 360 of your hips. Beautiful. Rebend your left leg, plant your left hand on the inside, and tuck the back toe, lifting your hips into your downward facing dog. Pedal out your downward. Slow and intentional, reaching one heel down, and then the other, reaching the hip bones up. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Step the right foot up to the outside of your right hand, coming into the other side. Dragon pose. Work your way into your depth. So maybe you start on your hands, and then maybe eventually to your forearms. Just find somewhere where you can be still for 2 minutes. Have a soft face and breathe. A few more big breaths here. Slowly come up to your hands, if you're not, and start to straighten your right leg, shifting the hips back, half splits. Find that long spine and fold to any depth. When you get to the end of your range, allow your back to round. Start to shift your hips right and left, getting into the ball and socket of your hip. Beautiful. Rebend your right leg, plant both hands, and step into your downward facing dog. Last time here. So find a few breaths. Maybe you find stillness this time. Energy coming out of the back of your legs, finding a lot of space behind the knee. Beautiful. Drop down to your knees and find a seat on your glutes. Left leg out long, right foot by your left inner thigh. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold forward. Grab your block or your bolster. This is a great opportunity to have something under your body to support you so that you can really melt in. Two minutes. Breathe. Two more breaths. Then slowly, slowly, there's no rush, come out and transfer it onto the other side. Right leg out long, left foot to right inner thigh. Inhale to a long spine just to lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Allow your back to round here. Adjust your support to whatever level you need it at. And allow your leg to relax. If that means relaxing with a bend in it, that's perfectly fine. a few more breaths here. Slowly, slowly start to come up. Bring the left or the right leg in. Now dragon worked the outside of the legs. That single leg pose that we just did worked the back of the legs. Now we're going to work the inside of the legs. We'll come into frog pose. So face the long edge of your mat now. Take your comfy bolster or blocks with you. So start by bringing your knees as wide as possible, almost coming into like a tabletop, then shimming your knees wide. Your feet will be flexed gently, and your ankles will be a little bit wider than your knees. Make sure that your hips are in line with your knees so you're not too far forward. Press them back. That's how you're going to get that really good inner thigh stretch. Position your bolster or your block under you and relax in here. You may find that after a few breaths you can crawl your knees out a little wider, and feel free to adjust as your body acclimates to this pose. Relax in, see if you can unclench your hips, your stomach, your shoulders. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. Two more breaths. Beautiful. To get out, bring your ankles in first, then slowly press your chest up as you bring your knees together. Let's take a counter to that pose. We'll come down onto our backs, nice and mindfully. Bring your feet out as wide as the mat and let your knees come towards each other. I like to place my hands on my body, feel my breath. It's very calming. Option to stay here, come into Savasana, Or take Supta Baddha Konasana, bottom of the feet together, legs in a diamond shape. And you can put some support under your knees if you would like that today. Hands can be in any position out wide of your body, palms face up, or again, resting on your navel and your heart, feeling your breath. I'll walk you through a guided meditation to relax each part of your body. So feeling very grounded and supported by your mat in the earth. We'll start at the top of our head. Relaxing the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes. Softening the space between the top and bottom eyelid. Relaxing the cheek. Releasing the jaw. Relaxing the throat. Letting the shoulders hang heavy onto the mat. Allowing the arms to turn off. Hands to be heavy. Allowing your chest to soften. Your back to soften. Your stomach relax. Your hips unclenched, soft and open. Your thighs turned off. Your calves turned off and relaxed. Your feet fully relaxed and heavy. The full body feeling very heavy and relaxed. Then start to touch fingertips to fingertips. Wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists and roll your ankles. Stretch long like a cat. Maybe open and close your mouth to bring some activity to your face. Roll over onto your favorite side, but keep your eyes closed. Stay there for a few breaths, there's no rush. And press up into an easy seat. Whatever feels good for you today. Keeping the eyes closed. Keeping the shoulders down the back, feeling a lot of space in the spine, a lot of space in the neck, and even the face. Taking the time to honor your mind for its patience and its grace with these holds, and honor your body for its mobility, and honor yourself for the time that you took to step onto your mat and practice today, pouring back into your cup, filling yourself with love. Namaste, friends. I hope you feel chill and relaxed and as zened out as I feel. Take this calmness, bring it off the mat and into your day or into whatever it is that you're doing next. And reminder, after this class, after you maybe give it a thumbs up and a comment if you did like it, go ahead and get a glass of water and nourish yourself, rehydrate yourself. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you on the mat soon. Bye, friends.